I hope you are well. Whatever it is you're up to today, whether you are hungover, whether you are looking after the family or just trying to look after yourselves, whatever it is you're doing today, I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year. How are you doing today? I hope you're good. I hope you're well. Whatever it is you're up to, it is January the 1st, 2022. 2022. It's crazy to think, right? 2022. I don't even know where last year went. Ice Grace, hello. How are you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Good to see you. Crazy, right? What a crazy time of year. So I'm going to talk today about something quite new. I'm going to talk today about something quite new, and we're going to see how this goes. Now, I was playing a game yesterday, just chilling out, doing my thing, and this is what happened, okay? I'm going to talk you through the process. I realized whilst I was playing the game that the gas fees on the network were really expensive, to the point that the game that I was playing become unusable. So let me just actually flip over to... Let me actually start sharing this so that you can see. So this is what happened. I went on to... Because I was on the Matic network. We was on Polyscan. I went onto the Matic network and I looked. And I was like, why is the gas fee so expensive for this game that I'm playing? What's causing this gas fee to be so expensive? And I saw this. Now, the gas is actually half of what it was yesterday. But I saw that there was one address responsible for 60% of the gas used. So, this got me thinking. Initially, spammer. I thought it was a spammer who was spamming the network and that it was something that was temporary and they would fix it. But I clicked on the address. And I was curious when I clicked on the address to look at the tokens. And I noticed that it was just constant sunflower farm. And I thought, this looks like one of those scam tokens. It's going to be something that's going to be, a problem. Like, it's just going to be like, if you get involved with this, you're going to end up getting scammed. And that's what I thought. I thought, all right, okay, scam token, pinging a network, like almost like DDoSing a crypto network is what it felt like. And so I looked into it. So the first thing that I did is I went on to CoinMarketCap, okay? Because that's what I normally do when I'm looking into coins. I'll go in here and I'll type in SFF. Nothing comes up. Okay. So if nothing comes up for that, the next place I'm going to go is to CoinGecko. And I'm going to have a look on CoinGecko because sometimes things get listed on here before they get listed anywhere else. But again, not on CoinGecko. Right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Dex Guru. Okay, this is the third. Now, this is kind of going down in order. So crypto, CoinMarketCap is like the top tier. If it's on here, it's worth looking at. Or not everything, but, this is where I'd first look. CoinGecko is kind of for the stuff that hasn't got listed on CoinMarketCap yet. And Dex Guru is just for all of the shit coins. All of the crap, the poo coins, the stuff that's just trash. Yeah? So then I was like, okay, this is the token that I want to look at. So let's come across here and let's type in this token. Okay, so I come up to the top here. I type in a token address. 1 second. Let's go back to where it was. Here we go. Get this contract address here. Was it that one? Maybe it wasn't. Hold on a sec. I've got it saved anyway, so here we go. So this is a contract address. It's on the Polygon network. Oh, that's it. I didn't put -Polygon at the end. And so then I saw this and I was like, okay, so it's obviously launched back in November. It's dumped and it's been doing nothing. And then I just saw this. And I couldn't quite wrap my head around what was happening. So to give you some context, let's just look at this. Let's just understand what we're looking at the moment. Now, forget anything else right now. Forget anything else. Let's look at this. This was trading at 3 cents, okay? Pretty much throughout December. Throughout December, it was trading at 3 cents. And then on Christmas Day, it went from 1 cent and it peaked up at $4.50. $4.50. It climbed 42,000%. 42,000%. That's a 400x. It's just ridiculous. Yeah? Well, it's no, is it a 4,000x? Anyway, whatever it is, it's ridiculous. 42,000%. So even with a 50% correction, it was still sitting yesterday. Yesterday, at New Year's Eve, it was still sitting at $2.32. So I kind of had a look and I was like, okay, it's pumped, it's dumped. Okay, now what's it going to do? And before I got involved, I had to have an understanding. There's no liquidity at the moment. Like, there is zero liquidity. So why is this important? If you were to put your money in, there's a very, very good chance you're not going to get your money out. See, people look at this and go, oh, if only I put 10 grand in when it was 1 cent and I sold it at 4. You wouldn't sell it. You wouldn't be able to because there's no liquidity in there. So if you're going to look at this with a liquidity pool of $192, you need to understand, first and foremost, that the transactions that have been doing here are kind of like micro transactions. All right. Now, there are some people buying, and this is crazy. Like, someone here bought 10 grand's worth 18 minutes ago. They're not going to be able to sell this. Like, they're not going to be able to sell it. Somebody sold $33,000 worth. That is, a big sell-off there. But we have to have a look. Hey, thanks to Panda Pops. Hey, Panda Pops. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, there's a part of me where I look at stuff like this and I'm like, do you know what? This kind of isn't... This isn't the sort of thing you want to be trading at the moment. This is a sort of thing that you want to understand. Is there going to be a future in this? So the first thing I wanted to do is have a look at their website and understand what is it does it do, and who are the team behind it. So, plant, craft, chop, mine, fight, and earn, okay? Sunflower farmers. Open source, no pre-sale, and no pre-mine. Okay, so I saw that and I was like, interesting strapline. Open source. What, this is open source crypto? How does that work? Okay. No pre-sale. All right. So no hype, no FUD, no, just people that enjoy playing a game. All right, that's good. I'm interested in that. Hey, Phonex, thanks for the follow, by the way. And no pre-mine. Okay. So there's no, crazy, entrance fee or anything like that. All right, so what do you do? And then I looked at the graphics and I was like, oh, do you know what? I really like these, 8-bit graphics. This really appeals to me. I quite like it. Don't get me wrong, I love the cutting-edge stuff. But this also is quite cool. I like this. So farming tokens, halving events, and open source and extendable. Wow. Okay, interesting. Keep scrolling down. Looks a bit like Minecraft. All right. What are they doing here? So you can earn tokens by planting crops, waiting patiently and harvesting rewards. Will you become a potato hustler or a parsnip pimp? So, okay. What they're basically doing is they're taking a minting process of a new crypto asset and they're gamifying it. We've seen this done with Axie. We've seen this done with other games. It's created this play to earn model, which has been extremely successful. And so I love and I'm very bullish, and everything we do at Undisputed Noobs is all about play to earn. So obviously, if there's a play to earn game, I'm going to be interested. I'm going to look into it. So then I look at this and I say, okay, there's this farming aspect to the game. Looks a little bit like Farmville. Okay, a little bit like Farmville. All right, I can get down with that. I know how popular Farmville was. And even if it's not a game that I enjoy playing, I know other people are going to. So I feel like there's an element here where they could quite easily build something, centralize it, control it, and then, you know, put it out to the world. And they said they're not going to do that. What they've said they're going to do is they're going to open source the game. So you can actually build elements within the game. You can create crafting materials. And so when they started going into this crowdsourced crafting, I thought, wow, this is interesting. You can create your own NFT recipes, and then materials can be created for these recipes. You can create items, and you can create things within the game. So the players are really going to determine this game. This is like a sandbox Minecraft, but on NFT. It's almost like Project K for Axie Infinity. Like, they're building out land gameplay. This company's almost come along and gone, do you know what? All right, it might not like graphically look incredible, but at the same time, we're going to make an addictive game, and we're going to get to market first, because that's what it's all about, right? Getting to market first. So they have all of these things that you can do. There's typical mining here, where you can actually mine wood, food, wood, fish, and stone and ore, and then you can do stuff with that. So we can see the roadmap on what's happened and what they're looking to do next, bringing in mobile support, social farming next year. You can look at the team, who are fully transparent. You can go and see them and learn about them. They're not hiding. They're fully doxed. And so I thought, okay. And then it said white paper. There's no white paper here because you're too early. I like that. I like it when it says, congratulations, you're so new to this project that the team is still working on. I like this. This makes me feel special. This makes me feel like I've got in before the crowd. So I pop over to Discord. I have a quick look. I pop over to Twitter. I have a quick look. And what I find, and let's go and have a look on the Discord right now. Okay. I'm not going to share too much, but I am going to just pop into the Discord so you can see this. So I popped in and I looked, and they've actually built out. So you've got your rules, you're getting started, resource and links. And I look at this and I'm like, okay, look at all these NFTs that they've got. Wood, stone, iron, axe, wood pickaxe, stone pickaxe, iron pickaxe. Okay, interesting. So like, if I was to take this contract address, for example, and I was to put this up into MetaMask, and I know we haven't got the NFTs in here just yet to kind of be able to work on this, but the idea behind this is that I can come along here, look at my assets, import my token, take my custom token, and look, SLW. All right, this is, look at that. I've got 4 wood. So this is, I don't know what the L stands for, but this is sunflower something wood. I think it should be sunflower farm wood. It should be SF, not SL. But anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. So look, I've got that now. So I'm like, okay. So then I look at the next one and I'm like, well, what's this token? Okay, so now I can go along here and I can say, right. So now I've got my sunflower farmers token. I've got my wood, right? And these are, here we go, SLS. There we go. I've got 2 SLS. So this is sunflower stone. Okay, so again, I don't know what these stand for, but these are all items that you can earn. They're own crypto items that you can earn. So now I look at this game and I'm like, okay, I'm generating these different crypto items. So I like the idea of this. Then I look at the beneficiaries and they're actually doing some good stuff for donations. So I like that. And so I start to like what I see. This doesn't feel like a project that's like me. How can I rug pull? I want this for myself. It looks like a project that's like, do you know what? We want to make a difference. We want to do some good in the world. We want to have some fun. Let's see what we can do. So then I get to this point and I go back here and I'm like, hold on a minute. This is not a scam or a rug pull. This is a game that has just broken Matic. Exactly what OpenSea and Axie did to Ethereum. Matic was built as a scaling solution, as a layer 2 scaling solution to sit on top of Ethereum to help deal with scaling, to deal with growth, to deal with large transactional volume. And here is a small game developer who has come along and said, hey, look, we're going to bombard your network with transactions, and it broke. All of the reason I found this game was because I couldn't play my other game. I couldn't play D-Race. And so I was like, what's causing this problem? I looked into it and I was like, I friggin' love this. I love the disruptive nature of a game that can come into this space and say, we're going to break your shit, fix it. And and now what's interesting is I sent a message yesterday to a friend of mine who's connected to the founders of Polygon. So now I'm trying to bridge a conversation between the developers of this game, who I was talking to yesterday, and the founders of Matic that I was talking to. Bearing in mind it's January the 1st at the moment, so it might take a couple of days. But I'm like, guys, you need to have a conversation around this and figure this out, because this is, this is something that needs to be fixed. Look, I mean, it's calming down right now, but look, still 30% of the network. So then I was like, okay, so that's all dealt with. That's as much as I can do on that side of things. Let's go back to this. Let's look at the community. So I jumped in the community. I jumped in the community and I was like, hey, I've just come here. I was playing another game. You've broken a Matic network. And it was just a really happy, good vibe community. And this guy, Hash PP, we was talking. He was really nice. There was a couple of people that were kind of really helpful. Really nice, really helpful. Romy's like, thanks for the live. That's all right. Well, you're live now, mate. You're live now. So yeah, as you can see, there's an element of this community where it was cool to see. And there was a guy that I spoke to yesterday, had a conversation. He literally, lovely guy over in Spain, New Year's Eve, jumped on a call with me. And had a chat with me. His name is Iros. So Iros, oh, you're one of the devs. Oh, Romy, you're one of the devs, mate. Nice. So I had a chat with Iros, a great guy, and he basically gave me the overview of the project. And what I didn't want to do, I didn't want to go through that element of how do I figure stuff out and bimble my way through. I was like, I just kind of want to get the top level view, the advanced view, and is this something I can look into? So before we go in and look at the farms and the game and everything else, let me just give you this context that this is a very, very early project, okay? This is not a project that you want to be coming into and going, oh, great, I'm going to buy, the price has dumped. I'm going to, like this guy here, this guy's jumped in for 10 grand. Great, good on you. You do you. But if you jump in for 10 grand at the moment, there's no liquidity. You're not going to be able to sell. This is not a pump and dump. This might look like it, but what's happened at the moment is it's got crazy exposure. All right, and it's now coming back down. So even when you consider and you look at the graphs, even when you consider this ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous growth that it's had over the last 7 days, it's settled back down. It's still, this is ridiculous. On the week, it is still 9,000% up on the week. All right. You might look at that and go, oh my God, it's crashed. And there are always going to be these people that have this mindset. But this is a game that is like a month old that has come out of nowhere and just crashed Matic. Like you have to, I can't help but just, it deserves a slow clap. This is like, I'm impressed. And so what it really comes down to now when I move forward with this is like, okay, they've got my attention. And there were people like, hey, we need to do marketing. We need to push this. And I'm like, do you really? Do you really need to market this? Like, is not crashing Matic all the marketing that you need? Like, how many different gamers are coming across going, what is this token? What is going on? And so I think that next week, this will be in the news. I think that people will start picking up on this and talking about it. Hey, did you see that game that crashed the network? And so more people will be looking into it. So then that brings me to the next thing that you need to look at is, well, what's the first thing that you do when you come to a game? And I'm talking about if you're interested in the game, like you want to know more about the game. Well, you're going to have a look and see if there's a team behind it. You want to know who the team is. I never invest in a project based on the project itself. I will only invest on a project based on the team behind it. Who is behind it? So one of the first things I did when I came into the Discord yesterday is I had a great chat. There's a guy who is in the Discord. He's on here. Adam, his name is. The guy called Adam. I had a chat with him yesterday. Really nice guy. Had a chat with another guy as well who was in the community, Jay White, and had a quick chat with him. Very friendly, open, willing to talk, nice people. So I thought, great. All right, these are nice people. They're active. They're on Discord. They're obviously showing an interest. So then I thought, right, now I need to go and have a look at the, well, I would say the white paper, but it kind of didn't exist. But they do have a Git book. So I was like, okay. And so I sat down and just consumed this. And not only did I consume this, I also went onto their Discord. Because remember I mentioned to you that on their Discord, if you go onto their Discord and have a look, if I can just find it, they've got this farmer's guide with the rules, the getting started, resource and links, gameplay, FAQ, and it's all done really well. It's built out in a nice, simple, easy way. So they've made some effort on the Discord. It's been built out well. I love it. I love what they're doing. I like the fact that the team's here and you can go and learn a bit more about everybody. I think it's nice to have. So I'm feeling a bit confident about this now. I'm feeling a bit happy about this. I've had a chat with one of the guys that's been in it for a little while. And I'm thinking to myself, do you know what? This is something I can look into. So now I want to know, is it viable? Is it an investment opportunity? Is it a game that I'm going to play because I enjoy? Is there a way to make money out of this? And is it something I can push over to my community? You have to remember, with the community, we are all about people before profits. How can I help people in countries that have a low economic opportunity use crypto and play to earn gaming to be able to create a life where they can feed themselves, feed their children, pay for medical bills, get themselves to school, educate themselves, have some fun? Like, how can they live a life that is of a standard of something that I would consider acceptable living in this Western culture and Western civilization? You know, being in London, I'm very blessed that I have this life around me in a very wealthy country, in a wealthy capital. So I just assume, or I did assume for a long part of my my existence, that that's how the world was. I didn't realize that all of this poverty existed. And also it was like, well, that's not my poverty. It's like, it's somewhere else. It's not my problem. The fact is, if I can help somebody, then I'm going to help them. And I think you'll all know me by now. Like, I've given everything that I've been earning away to help other people. And in fact, just very, very, very quickly, I just want to spin back round. I am going to carry on, but I just want to spin back round and just give a quick shout out here, because this, by the way, I absolutely friggin' love this. Gabby posted this. I'm really, really grateful. Before the year's end, I'd like to personally thank Steve Woody and Undisputed Noobs for their generosity towards the indigenous people of Punt Bato Integrated School. Without your help and support, we may not have been able to accomplish with them the requested water pump within this year. Thank you. And to every volunteer and donor who's dedicated their time and effort and resources for this cause, may each and every one of your families have a prosperous and blessed new year. Take care and stay safe, everyone. Okay. Akyat Zambao's missions. Okay, I believe that's what it is. And so I looked at this, and I even made like a poster up with our logo and the project. And I friggin' love this. I love this. This is amazing. Like, this is what we're doing. Like, this is like, I don't give a shit about money, in the sense that I'm not going to go out and buy Lambos and big mansions. I'm comfortable. I've got my toys and my happy life. And so now it's, how can I help other people? So I friggin' love this. So now what I'm doing is I'm thinking in my mind, is this something that I can introduce to the community? And before I introduce anything to the community, I first need to test it myself. I need to know if it works. Let me just read through some of these messages as well, by the way. Tom, Happy New Year. Hope this one brings you even more success than last. Tom, good to see you, brother. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. And thank you very much. Carolina, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Rafael, thanks for introducing us to this game. Hey, you're more than welcome. We'll talk about it more in a second. Don't worry, we're going to keep going through this. Happy New Year, Maneva. Hey, how you doing? Merry Doll, Happy New Year. Hey everyone, how you doing? What can you say about Chumby Valley? Nothing. I don't know anything about it. Don't even know what it is. You'll have to educate me on that first. Which network is this running at? This is running on the Matic network. It's currently taking up 30% of the Matic network. Lol. Hey, Glenn, I love your tech and presentations. I have to jump, but we'll try and catch a recording. Good stuff. Glenn, no worries, buddy. It'll be on YouTube. We're streaming on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter right now, so you can catch it anywhere. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year. Cody, hello, brother. Hope you're good. Hope you're well, my friend. Happy New Year to you. Hey, Tyrell, thank you, man. Appreciate that. I'm playing the game right now. Not sure my patience yet, waiting on farming. We'll get into that. I'm probably not doing... The devs aren't going to like what I'm doing at the moment, but I wanted to stress test the game. So I'm not going to be playing the game long term, like I just wanted to test it. I will keep a farm because I do actually think this is quite fun. And it's something that I can get my daughter into, and I like that. But I wanted to test the scale of this at the start, and I wanted to see what it was capable of doing, and I wanted to get a better understanding of it. So I did set up multiple farms. I am kind of concerned about bots at the moment and their ability to destroy the game quite early on, but I think that the devs are already onto that, and hopefully, I mean, I don't know how skilled they are, but hopefully they'll be coming up with a solution, and I've got a couple of things I'm going to try and point their way to see if we can help with that. One of the things about being in the, like, having a Mystic Axie at the moment, being in that group with the Mystic Axie holders, is that I get to have those conversations with people that are dealing with these challenges with botting and things like that on a big level. And so I'm sure that my network can connect people together, which I'm excited to do, by the way. I love connecting people together. So let's get back to this and have a look. It's really well written. It's nice. It's easy to understand. You can see what you need to do, so you can go through and you can learn here. You can learn about the guide. I love the graphics and the gameplay. I love it. It reminds me, it's so nostalgic. This kind of 8-bit vibe does two things for me. One, it reminds me of Zelda. It reminds me of old school Zelda, and I used to love playing that game. Like, if you remember going back to like the NES and the SNES, the Super Nintendo, like back in the day when I used to play on like the Mega Drive and the Master Systems, like this really does, it takes me back to my childhood, and that's a good feeling. Also, if you're going to be playing a game in a country that has low economic opportunities, the chances are they're going to have quite poor infrastructure. Therefore, their bandwidth on their mobile data or on their devices isn't going to be that much. And so anything that is easy to render and easy to load, i.e. low graphics, is going to be nice. So it ticks a lot of boxes for me. I love it. So yeah, coming back, I've just closed down the... I didn't want to do that. That was a mistake. Sorry. Let me see if I can get back here. Here we go. So then I looked at this and I thought, okay, this is how this works. You've got these different fruits at the moment. Carolina says, sir, your community needs you. Well, luckily for the community, I'm here. Sunflowers are the first fruit, and you can buy them for 0.01 cent. 0.01 cent. Okay, nice. And then you can sell them for 0.02 cent. Okay, interesting. So this is going to be the minting process, right? And this is going to be the burning process, and it's going to take this long to do it. So you're going to create a token. Oh no, sorry, hold on. Sorry, the other way around. This is like, if you're buying a seed, it's actually flipped, isn't it? Because if you're buying the seed, then you're taking it out of existence because you're planting it, but then you're minting 2 more. So this is, sorry, this is the burning process, and this is the minting process. Sorry, it's flipped. So you're actually minting, okay, 2 cents worth. You're burning 1 cent and you're minting 2 cents, and it takes 1 minute to do that. So, okay, this is a minting process. I get that. It's gamified a minting process. So then we have a look, and you can upgrade. So you can upgrade your sunflowers to potatoes. Okay, they cost 10 times more, but they give you more reward. Okay, interesting. So now I can see these take 5 minutes. So you're not going to want to sit in this game clicking every minute. It's, you know, you're going to want to go and do stuff with your life. So then you can upgrade. And then you can upgrade your farms to level 2. And when you upgrade your farm to level 2, you can get new fruit. And this fruit costs more, but makes more. And it takes longer. So then what you have to do is you have to look at, well, okay, well, what's profitable? How can you make this game profitable? And luckily, right now, luckily, the team have created their very own spreadsheet, which I've watched, and I can see they're constantly in here updating this. And so this is real at the moment. This is real at the moment. So this is the fruit. All right. And if you were to buy this fruit and sell this fruit over a minute, you're going to make 0.06 SFF per hour, which is 0.19 Matic per hour, which works out at 15 cents per hour. That is what you're going to earn right now, 15 cents per hour, based on current market conditions. Okay, now if we have a look at this, price right now, it says it's 99 cents. I don't know how accurate that is. Maybe it's a bit lower than that. No, it is. It's 97 cents. Okay, so looking at the price at 97 cents and looking at this where it was updated last, this is working out, I believe, at 77 cents. So I think it needs updating. It's going to be a little bit more. Now, this is view only. But yeah, just bearing in mind that this is obviously, I mean, if this was on CoinGecko, we'd be able to pull these live prices in, and that would be ideal. But for now, you know, it's being manually updated, and that's cool. That is what it is. But it gives you an idea. So let's have a look with no upgrades on a basic farm right now. If you were just to plant sunflowers continuously, you're going to earn yourself 76 cents per hour. Okay? Now, it doesn't cost it anything to build the farm. Doesn't cost anything at all. But you're going to be making $18 per day right now just by planting sunflowers. Now, obviously, doing that every minute is very time consuming. So let's imagine you upgrade to potatoes and you start doing potatoes. Potatoes! All right, you're going to be doing potatoes every 5 minutes, but you're going to be earning $21 a day. That's $150 per week right now. So then you need to look at this and think, well, okay, what if I was to upgrade my farm to level 2? Then I'd only have to check in every hour. Or what if I upgraded to beetroot in level 2 every 4 hours? Now, obviously, this is half the value right now. So you're looking at what's profitable. So when I consider time versus money, I think to myself, I could get 18 cents per hour, or I could get 13 cents per hour and check in 3 times a day. Okay, so checking in 3 times a day is something I can do. That's no different to a rebasing DAO. That's no different to something like Wonderland Time. All right, excellent. So if that's something that I want to consider, and I can do that, all right, I can check in 3 times a day. So I'm going to get this reward. So, okay, so let's look at this then. So cauliflower, I need level 3 farms for this. Okay, but what can I earn a week? Well, at the moment, given the current prices right now, and I don't actually, one of the things they need to change on here, I believe that they should remove all, if I don't know if you're watching, guys, but if you are watching, something you can do on this sheet is you can remove all of these, because if you have no upgrades, you're not going to be able to do your level 2, 3, 4, and 5. So all of this actually should be deleted because it's not relevant. What you should be seeing here is just what you can farm under each level. Is in. I'm just asking the guys in the chat. All right. So one of the things I think they should do is they should remove these level 2, 3, 4, and 5s. And then here, because this is now level 2, so it does say 1 upgrade. I'd probably change this so it doesn't say no upgrades. I'd probably have level 1. Level 1 SFF per hour. Because no upgrades, you don't need that. Just keep the consistency. So then remove all of these level 2, 3, 4, and 5s because you don't need to see them, and just have level 1 sunflower potato, and you can see what you can earn. Then have level 2. All right, and have sunflower and potato still, but also add in the level 2. And then here, level 3, add in a level 3, add in a level 4, and add in a level 5. Because having no upgrades, 1 upgrade, yeah, I just, little tiny tweaks I'd like to make to this form. Just tiny tweaks. In fact, I might actually do that. I might do the tweaks and send it back to them. We'll do that in a bit. In fact, do you know what? Let's just do it now live. Because why not? Right? And then we'll send it back to them. So I've made a copy of it already. Let me just grab the most up-to-date version of it. Paste it in here. I think that's updating. There we go. Cool. So what I would do here is I would have There we go. I would do something like this. And then I would have, this would be level 2. I feel like this just makes a bit more sense. I'm going to send this back to them in case they want it. But this is what I also love about this community is that like someone like myself can just come in and go, hey guys, look, how about this? And this is just, I'm just doing this with an Excel sheet. But if people are able to do this in the game themselves and say, hey, look, we should craft this or make that or do this, you know, that's a really cool way to build a community. I love that. So, okay, what I want to see here is on level 1, there is just no point having this. I bet if I delete this, it's going to break absolutely everything. No, it doesn't. Cool. All right, and then here, there's just no point having those. That's level 3, so there's no point having those. Do that. Cool. And then I almost feel like it should have just one gap. Oh my God, I've just broken it. I feel like it should have just one gap between each one. Because it feels like it gives it that, hold on a sec. Hey, by the way, thank you for the follows, guys. Hope you're good, hope you're well. I'll come back and check the chat in just a couple of seconds. Let me just do this. Because I feel like, all right, so then we can do this one. And then we can just do that. There we go, nice. So I feel like this just gives it that little bit more separation. It makes it a little bit easier to read. Nice. Sometimes it helps to like step away from this stuff. So, all right, let me just give them this to copy. All right, do. There we go. All right. So I think that just reads a little bit better, that's all. So now you can come in and you can have a look at this and you can say, okay, right, so this is where we stand, right? This is what we get and this is what we do. So now we understand and we know what's going on here. Let's come back. So we know what we can do. So let's have a look at the tokenomics. So when there was less than 100,000 in supply, the price to harvest, to mint, was 0.02. 500,000, 0.004. Less than 1 million, 0.002, which is currently where we are now, 0.002. Less than 5 million, 0.0004. So you can see that we're basically going to get divided by 1/5. Okay, so you're going to get divided by 1/5. Now, when you look at something like Bitcoin, you know what happens with the halving. With the halving, it becomes harder to get rewards. When it's harder to get rewards, the price goes up. If there's enough demand and it's sought after. So if this game is enjoyable enough, then this should add value to SFF as a result. So even though it's harder to mine, the actual value of SFF should go up. We'll see how that works. It's too new to this is very speculative, very risky, but it's very exciting at the same time, right? So we can see what happens. And then when we get to 1 trillion, it's going to go into total supply linear growth. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens here. But there's good tokenomics. I like it. And when you look at what happens and you see and you understand and you read this, you realize that, okay, there's some stuff around the halving events that you need to be aware of. And they even talk about this. They even talk about the halving and they talk about this and what could go wrong. You want to be careful you don't plant anything expensive right before a supply shift. Otherwise, you could end up selling at a loss. So example, you buy a beetroot for 0.2. The supply increases and you harvest the same one for 0.1. So you lose 50%. Well, you lose 100% actually. Well, you lose 50% of this, right? So in the case of the above, you would end up losing 0.1 as the supply has increased and their prices dropped accordingly. So you've got to be careful. You've got to watch around this, okay? It's part of the game. So then there's some useful links, some stuff to consider, and then you can look at crafting guides, and it talks to you about all these crafting guides. So then I started looking at crafting guides. Okay, there are tools. So I can take this this coin that I'm minting, and I can make an axe, and then I can get wood, and I can use my wood and these coins to make a pickaxe to get stone, and then I can use my wood and my stone and my coins to get a stone pickaxe, and I can get ore, and then I can use my ore, which will give me iron. I can get iron, wood, and this to make iron, and then I can make gold. Okay, there's a process here. This is exciting. I like this. And then there's other stuff coming soon. But for now, okay, so gold is going to be valuable, like in any game, digital gold. So this is the kind of thing where I'm like looking at this going, right, okay, so this is now not about owning and holding SFF, but how do I convert that effectively and efficiently into gold? And how do I hold gold? And what does gold do for me? Well, let's have a look at what the NFTs are that you can buy. Chicken coop, sunflower statue, scarecrow, Christmas tree, chicken coop, again, OG potato statue, golden egg. Okay, look at the supply run of these. Christmas tree, right? There were 50 Christmas trees. It was a Christmas airdrop. If you have a Christmas tree, on Christmas Day, you get 50 gold and 150 eggs airdropped to you by having a Christmas tree. There is only 50 in existence. Let's go on to OpenSea. If you want to buy one right now, it is 0.2 Ether to buy one. It is going to cost you $745 to buy a Christmas tree right now. So when you consider this and you think, okay, what's the floor right now? 0.2. 1 ETH has been traded. So there's volume here. It's working. Okay, right. I'm interested. Let me have a look at the activity. Wow. Look, people have started buying these. Okay. Average price, 0.25. Okay, interesting. So now I'm looking at this and thinking to myself, wow, look, these have been sold. 4 days ago, that was sold for 0.04. Do you know what? If there was one for sale for 0. I'd buy that right now. Like $200 right now, I'd buy that and hold it for a year. Because I still see this game being around in a year. Like it's not got any value now until next Christmas. But yeah, interesting, right? So then you start looking at this other stuff and thinking, right, chicken coops. Right, there's no floor price at the moment. No one's selling them. But look, people are starting to gather them. And remember, there's only 36 of them that have been minted so far. But there's only 3,000 in total. Once they're gone, they're gone. So we want to be getting as many of these chicken coops as possible because these are going to help with eggs. Eggs, I feel, are going to have an important aspect in the cooking of the game. So eggs and gold right now seem to be valuable commodities. I want to get as many eggs and gold as I can. So then I look at Scarecrow. What's this? Keep the crows away. All right, so there's going to be crows. So there's going to be an element that if you don't spend time on your farm, you're going to end up in the future having your farm deteriorate. And so it's obviously, I feel like if you lose your chickens because the crows kill your chickens or whatever, or they take your eggs. So, you know, you might still keep your chickens, but you'll lose your eggs. So if you don't check in every day to collect your eggs, you'll lose them because the crows will take them. Like, I love it. It's clever. It's got that addictive stickiness that it needs to keep you going. But at the same time, it's like, and you can start, like, I can see the potential of this game. I can see it. And the fact that it's open source means we're not even reliant on the devs. You can take it and do what you want with it. It's completely open source. It's like WordPress for crypto. Just let that sink in for a minute. You're taking Minecraft, making it open source, and creating WordPress for crypto in a play-to-earn environment. I can't tell you how excited I am for this right now. I really want this to succeed. In fact, I'm willing to invest in this to help make it succeed. And I already have. And I'll be putting some liquidity into the liquidity pool to help this. I really feel like I want to jump into this and help these guys. So then we have a look at the resources. You can see what's going on and how this works. And so, yeah, tree, there we go. Takes 1 hour to grow back. Quarry takes 2 hours to grow back. Iron, 4 hours. Gold mine, 12 hours. Chicken, 24 hours. 1 egg per chicken. All right, so this is like what you can do at the moment. Okay, more stuff to come. There's all the addresses that you need. How to deploy an NFT. So it even shows you how you can deploy your own NFT. Deploying a smart contract. Shows you what to do and how to do it. I love it. Very, very cool. Very exciting. I definitely feel like we'll be doing some stuff like this. I'll be reaching out to my community. I'm going to be getting my community to build NFTs. And I'm going to be paying my community for NFTs that they build. That's one of the things that we're going to do. So if you're watching this, guys, something to look into. If you're interested, look into how to deploy an NFT. Yeah? If you want to create the Undisputed Noob NFT and I don't know, something around it, then yeah, we'll be doing that. That'd be something we can do. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited to look at this. So that's it. I'm definitely going to be doing this. So then we look at the roadmap for next year, what they're looking to do. 20,000 20,000 daily active users, 10 different pixel artists have released their own NFT collection, 10,000 USD has been burnt in a quick swap liquidity pool. So yeah, some really cool stuff here. I'm excited. Milk, cows, apple pies, like hot dinner, fish, fishing rod, tractor. Allows you to bulk multiple transactions. I love it. I think it's so clever. I love it. I get really excited about this game. This is one of those games that I get really excited about because I can see the potential. So I've looked at the docs. I'm happy with the docs. I've looked at the team. I'm happy with the team. The fact that people have been able to sell is really... Do you know what? People will look at this. People will look at this and go, why is the price dumping? Oh my God, it was so high and now it's so low. Oh my God, this is dead. Like what? This is so good. This is so good. Let me explain to you why this is so good. Because if you're looking at a longer term vision past this here, this shows you that there's liquidity, that people were able to sell, meaning that as money come in, money went out. So now as this starts to build up, I'm going to be watching this very, very, very closely after the next halving to see if we have a pump. If we have a pump of the coin, that's it, I'm in. If we have a pump after the halving, I'm in. Like I will be putting a decent chunk of money into this. Yeah, definitely. So I just, a lot of people look at this and go, oh man, this is terrible. Like the price is crashing. It's terrible. And you know, if you look at news articles, they'll go, price crashes like 80%, like, you know, and all of that good stuff. And if you look at it, actually, it's more like a 350% crash. And you could go, oh my God, that's terrible. Like it's crashed like 350%. But like, don't forget, since Christmas Day, it's still up 44,000%. It's just ridiculous. It is just ridiculous. So anyway, let's get into this, shall we? If you get the opportunity, what I firstly recommend doing is popping over. I'm going to put this into the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Pop over to their Twitter, give them a follow, turn on their notifications. Right now, they've got 1,963 followers. If you're watching on this channel, there's enough people here to get that up to 2,000. All right, go and give them a follow. Do that. If you're interested in this, it makes sense to follow them because then when they do updates, you'll know about the updates. So go onto Twitter, give them a follow. Let's see if we can. What makes the price get higher to $5 in that time? Halving. That was the last halving that happened. That's what I mean. And then you start to realize the profit that's involved and people, you know, there's stuff to look into. But yeah. So yeah, go and give them a follow. Look, you can see on DAP Radar. You know, if you go and have a look on DAP Radar and you check that out, which you can do, go onto their website and have a look on, because you can look at different networks. So if we look at games at the moment and we have a look at the full rankings and then we look on Matic, isn't it, right? So Polygon Network, look at this, number one on the Polygon Network, look at it. 64,000 users, 86% in the last 181k volume traded. All right, I like this. I like what's going on here. Like I see great things for this. Number one in Polygon, 5 in games, 6 in general right now. I just really like this right now. I really, really like this. And I like to be in it early. So the reason I'm telling you about this right now is because you've got an opportunity to be in here. Now, I'm already in. So let's jump in, shall we? Let's jump in. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to close everything down. Okay. And we're going to start playing the game. So the way that I've done this is, the first thing I've done is now you're going to get to see this, right? Is I've created different Google Chrome profiles. And in doing so, I've got the game here. So let me just open up the game. Here we go. So when you first open up the game, this is what it looks like. and you need to click on get started. So let's just go through this process as if you are looking at this game for the very first time. Let's go on to, I'm just going to open up a brand new wallet. I'm going to refresh the game. So here we go. You log into the game. It's sunflower-farmers.com. Sunflower-farmers.com. We love the game, of course, but don't you think they need to make the withdrawal higher for making everyone hold more? No, I think right now they are in a discovery phase where they're trying to, like, nobody knows what this is yet. I think you've got to be very careful when you're building something like this in making changes. You don't want to scare off the community, the people that are coming on board. But at the same time, I kind of feel like, yes, there needs to be an awareness of stuff, but I don't think you need to be. So there's a difference between taking action and reacting, right? There's a difference between action and reaction. So if you're acting on something to make an informed decision to change something, then that's good. But if you're reacting to something and that thing changes, then you're going to react again. And then you're constantly chasing yourself. So I don't think that they need to be making massive changes right now. I think we just need to see how this plays out, get some data, and then make some changes. Romy's just actually sent me a message. So sorry, mate, the prices you're looking at in the white paper at the moment are out of date. The one that shows 0.01 SFF per sunflower seed, that was before the first halving. So, okay, so we know they need to update their website, so that's all cool. And the L on the resources means land. Sunflower, land, wood. Okay, that makes perfect sense. I do think they could add that, though. Have a look at the golden egg on OpenSea. Right, let's go and do that quickly before we get into this game. Let's go back and have a quick look at the white paper. So, thank you very much for that, Romy, as well, by the way, if you're still watching. I appreciate you. Really helps to get that insight and that understanding. Here we go. So let's come back here. Let's go back to the useful links, because that's where crafting guide. Where was we? Here we go. I want to look at the. Here we go. Golden egg. Let's have a look at the golden egg. Now remember, there's only 300 of these on OpenSea. Look at the floor price. Look at the floor price of the golden egg right now. This is amazing. So it's like you've got a Christmas tree, but you've also got a golden egg. Now, nobody knows what this. I'm tempted. I'm going to buy one of these, I think. In fact, I am. I'm going to chuck some more ETH in later. I'm actually going to go and buy a golden egg. I don't even care. I just want one. I'm going to go and buy one of these because I think that this is. Will the golden egg bring you happiness? It's 50 gold and 150 eggs. So if you work out how much, right? How much is it going to cost you to make 150 eggs? And then, like, what is the time invested to make that? And how hard is it to make 50 gold? Yeah? Because when you look at the moment and you consider that to make gold, you have to look at the... Here we go. So, look, used for my... Right, so an iron pickaxe. Now, I don't know if this is a one-time use, then... This is a one-time use. This gives you 4 wood. So you need 2 axes to get 1 wood pickaxe. Right, which means you also need 2 axes to get a stone pickaxe. But you need 2 axes and you need, I don't know how much stone you get. I don't know if you get 4 or 5. But it looks like you need 2 of these to get 1 of these. Which means you then need 2 of these and 2 of these to get 1 of these. Which means you need 2 of these. Well, no, you need 4 of these. Wow. So then you'd need 4 of these. 4 of these. 4 of these to get 2 of these, maybe. I need to work it out, but yeah. So I'm gonna create some guides for this. I'll do that later, but that's gonna give me a better idea. But then you need to figure out what's effective. Like maybe it's more effective right now for me just to go and buy this than it would be to spend the time and effort in creating this. Listed and cancelled and then listed again. Do you know what? I'm gonna see if I can do a deal. I'm gonna see if I can buy one of these a little bit cheaper. Let's see. I might reach out to some people and see if they want to sell them. Look, it's been traded. Free ETH been traded so far. Wow, 0.08. Okay, 0.23 average price. 0.27 average price. Wow, it's come back down again now. This is I love this. This is cool. Okay, so let me read some of these questions. Where did you monitor the SFF token? I actually monitor it on Dex Guru, but you don't have to do it on Dex Guru. They've actually got, they've released this. I'm just going to post this in the link in the description for you. So this is Nomics. They posted this the other day, so you can actually go and track everything in Nomics, which I've not used this before, but it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. I use Dex Guru personally, but you can do it here. You know, it gives you everything that you need. So pretty cool. Again, you can see it's on that downward trajectory at the moment, but that's cool. That's fine. That's totally fine. Because if you're not, like, I'm not planning on selling SFF at the moment. You want to hold it. Look, you have to think when we start trading and you start looking at this from a trading point of view. Look, it's had some support. It's had some. In fact, look, let's go back over to Dex Guru because I prefer using Dex Guru. Just give me a minute just to show you this. I want you to understand this. Like, let's go. We can't really do much on a daily because there isn't much. So let's go to the hourly because that's going to give us a better look of things. Let's ignore the liquidity for the moment because we don't care about that. I just kind of want to make... There we go. All right, so let's have a look at this. Let's actually look at this from a perspective of like trading. All right, now we can see here there's a pretty strong resistance level here that they did break through and it becomes support. So we know we've got this. Then up here, we can see we have another one. Let's look at this. It looks like it is about... something about there. Roughly there. Roughly there. So we can see that we broke through. We come back down, retested it. Went up again, come back down, retested it. It's not exact, but it's about there again. We've hit it, we've hit it, we've hit it. Remember that stone analogy? We've talked about this many times. If you skim a stone, after a while, it loses momentum and it drops through. That's exactly what's happened. Look, skimming a stone, loses momentum, and it's dropped through. So this is just typical trading patterns that we see all the time. You know, we also know about the 50% correction. So if we see a pump, we know that after the pump, we're going to correct to about 50%, which is kind of what it did. If you look, it did kind of correct to around here. So we can see everything playing out, and then it's been on its dump back down. And so we can see where we are right now. So we know that we've got some cycles. Now we can also see around here. Now again, there's not enough data to make informed decisions right now. So I'm just mapping this out very, very tentatively for now, just as a real kind of ballpark. Like if I was to look at this is kind of where I see the support and the resistance lines at the moment. All right, and again, there's not enough data to make informed decisions, so this is just over the course of less than a week. Like we're talking about we're talking about, like, when you consider what we're trying to talk about here, we're talking about over the course of 3 days. Right, it's not even a week. So it's not a big enough time frame to make any informed decisions. But what we can see is we've broken down. So what's going to happen now? What normally happens in trading when you see stuff like this? We break down, we retest, and then we Kobo off. So we can see falling back down to 30 cents. I can see falling down to 30 cents. Okay, are we going to get there before this halving? Probably, because that's this evening. All right, so I don't see the next halving happening until maybe the 2nd or 3rd. So if we go like on this route here, down to here, and then we're going to pump up again on the next halving. So this is kind of what I see at the moment. In fact, let's just leave that on there because this will be very interesting to come back and check out in a couple of days to see if I was accurate with my predictions. And then from there, I see we do this, and then I see we do this because we'll get more exposure. And then again, it will start to come back down again. And it will probably come back down around to the similar thing. And it's going to keep doing that in cycles. But we've got a bigger cycle now, bigger growth. As the growth gets, as you look for more growth, it takes longer to get there. Like, I think we're going to get to that point where we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Oh, yeah. Thanks, buddy. You just sent me the... Yeah, there we go. So, look, we're at 88 cents right now, and that's totally fine. This one is 94 cents. So this one's not great. Like this one's updating better. This one's updating better. So it's sitting at about 90 cents right now. But that's totally fine. It's totally fine. Like, we don't need to worry about the price. I'm not even bothered about the price of this right now. I'm interested in gathering, right? So let's go back and look at what happens when you start this game. So you click on get started. First thing you do, okay? New wallet setup. So you've got your MetaMask wallet. You've gone through the documentation, so you've got it on Polygon. You know what you're doing, and you've put some Matic in. And I'll tell you how much Matic to put in shortly. In fact, now's going to be the best time. Now is the best time because you really want to get involved before the halving. Because if on the halving, the price of SFF goes up, you need to get your SFF first. All right, so when you're considering the price of something, let's go back to... I don't even think I need to go to Dex Guru. Maybe I can do it on here. Yeah, here we go. So... you need to get started, really, 9.5. All right, 9.5 SFF is what you kind of need. All right, so you're talking about $8.5. $8.5 is kind of what you need right now to get... I mean, you don't need that to get started. You can get started a lot cheaper than that. You can get started a lot cheaper. But if you want to start effectively, then that's what you really need to look at. About $8.5. So... which it was $20 yesterday, so it's a lot cheaper already. So let's look at Matic. So the first thing that you need to do is look at the price. 25 cents. 0.1 Matic is 25 cents, okay? So come back to this game and get started. And the first thing it's going to say to you is if you want to play this game, the first thing that you will need to do is donate to play. I love this. Now, you can do a minimum of 0.1, but they recommend 0.3. Now, if you're struggling for funds, do 0.1. If funds aren't a problem, then just do 1. Like, it, you know, I don't think it's a problem when you're donating to stuff like this. I think it's really nice. So, you can look into them, you can look about them, but you can donate. So, you need to be able to have some Matic, and you need to be able to donate a minimum of 25 cents. Do you know what? If you can't do $1 to play a game, like, you should be okay to do that. So, you can, I think... even though they recommend 0.3, I think you can go in and do 0.4. All right, but again, it's up to you. So you do that. Once you've done that, it will then give you your land, your farm. So let's do this. Let me go in and I'm going to set up an account here. All right, I've got some Matic in here, so let me just refresh this. I don't think I've actually started this one or not. I'm not sure. No, I haven't. Look. All right, so let's do this. Let's do it live together so you can see it happening. So I'm not going to use this account, so I'm going to do 0.1. Do you know what? I'm going to do 1. I'm going to do 1 Matic, all right? And I'm going to donate to play. Right, so now it's going to get me to sign off on this transaction. So it's going to cost me 1.01 Matic, all right? Now I'm going to confirm this transaction. And the first thing it's going to make me do, and the first thing I'm going to have to do is, because I'm using a hardware wallet, and you don't have to use a hardware wallet, but because I am, it's going to make me sign that transaction. So there we go. I'm signing that transaction. Again, if you're not using a hardware wallet, it's totally fine. You can just log in. But so let's just imagine you've done 0.1. All right. Let's add this up as we go along. So we do it together. We do it live. So you've just spent, in terms of Matic, you've just spent 0.1. Now, you may have some problems with gas fees. And you may need to come across here and speed this up. Because the problem at the moment is the gas price. All right, let's go back to what we were talking about before. All right, if I have a look on the network, we can see that it's 100 is standard. All right, and so when I look at what I'm paying in terms of gas at the moment, it's 66. So if I up this to 100 gas, it's more likely to go through. Now, you need to understand the biggest cost you are going to incur in this game is gas fees. Not like Ethereum gas fees, but even still, it's going to be Matic gas fees. All right, so I'm just signing a contract because I need to do more gas. All right, so hopefully that's going to push through now. So you need to consider, what are you willing to spend in gas? Okay, so if I look at the price of a transaction, I know that I'm going to spend around 100 GWEI, okay? So you need to understand what that cost is. Like, what does it look like to you? All right, so if I have a look and I go and there you go, that's now gone through. All right, so now if I go and look at this on the Explorer, okay, it'll be added in a sec. It's not quite there yet. Just give that a minute. See, now the price of gas has gone back down again to 67. So you kind of need to keep an eye on this because don't forget, they're actually smashing the network at the moment. And until we can enable that conversation with the developers, and Romy, I'll connect. I'm going to connect you, Romy, with the the founders of Matic, so you can have a conversation with them. We'll sort that out this week or next week for you, okay? So then hopefully they'll be able to fix these challenges. No, mobile's not supported yet, mate. Don't forget, this is a very, very early game. That's coming next year. Well, coming this year. This year now. So we'll give that a minute, see if that'll be reflected. But for now, we can come back. So now that we've done that, we can refresh now. And we can get started. There we go. So now we're in. Now, if it automatically updates, it will give you a guide. In fact, one of the things I would like to see, and I don't know if the devs can do this, but is the ability to replay the guide in case you miss it. Because if there's a problem with the gas fees and you come into this game, you've missed your guide. And I kind of really wanted to show you that guide, but I don't know if there's a way for me to get it back right now. So I think once you've missed that guide, I think you've missed it. But this is it. This is the game. So right now, you have a choice of things to do. So the things that you can do is you can upgrade, which means you need to spend. So to upgrade your farm, it's going to cost you 0.1 SFF. Yep. I can see my balance up here. I have 0 SFF. I can harvest, and it gives you free sunflowers to start with. So if I harvest these, I've just made 0.006. Yeah? Now look, it's going to cost me 0.001 to plant these. So now that means I can now plant, because I've got 0.006, I can now plant 5 of these. There we go. And it's a minute timer for each. I've now got a balance of 0.001. Okay? So now that's my farm. Now this is level 1. This is when you upgrade here, you'll get level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5. So you can have up to 5 levels on your farm. And every time you upgrade, it costs more. 0.1, then it costs 5, then it costs, I don't know actually, 0.1, and then I think it's 1, and then it's 5, 50, maybe 500, I don't know. But it gets progressively more expensive. Okay? So not only can you upgrade, but also you can craft. So here we go. With 1 SFF, I can create an axe. It would be nice if it told you how much wood it gives you. It doesn't. That would be nice. So this says it chops 3 to 5. Between 3 to 5, which means it chops 4. But I'm assuming maybe there's a plus or minus. So you might get 3, you might get 5. It regrows every hour. And you need an axe to do that. So there we go. Look, my 5 sunflowers. So now I can harvest these. Now I've got 0.011. So now I can do the same thing again. And that's it. Now, at the moment, I could sit here every minute and do that. But you can imagine if you sit here every minute doing this every day, all day, it's quite time consuming. So the idea, what you want to do is you want to upgrade your vegetables so that you can leave them for longer and you can check in less frequently. Now, one of the things that you have to do on this blockchain is you have to save your progress every 30 minutes to the blockchain. That is what is causing these ridiculous gas fees, because every 30 minutes somebody is saving. Yeah. Every time you upgrade, it pushes it to the blockchain. Every time you craft an item, it pushes it to the blockchain. Ideally, what would be really good, and what they're talking about doing, is getting a tractor so that you can bulk your transactions. That is going to be very, very much welcomed, because I think that'll help a lot. But you have to click this save button to save your progress. If you do not do this within half an hour, you will lose your progress. If I refresh my screen now, I will lose my progress. So you lose your progress unless you save. So make sure you save often. But every time you save, you pay gas fees. So you have to be aware. You have to be aware. So what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to plant 4 of these, and then I can click on change, and I can create potato. So look, it's going to cost me 10 times more to plant, but I'm going to make so much more in return. Also, this is now 5 minutes. So now I've got to this ability. I can still do these every minute, but I can also now do a potato as well. And I've got 0.002. Now I can go and sell this right now. I mean, I'm not going to sell this. It's not enough. But if I went and clicked on buy more, it would open up quick swap. If I go to quick swap, I take my balance here, my SFF balance, and I can swap it. And if I was to swap it into USDC, for example, right now, I need to just add this token. I've got $1.36 that I've earned so far. playing this game. 1.59 SFF is worth $1.36. So you start to understand now how you can make money. I can go and sell that right now. Now, obviously, you know, I'm going to want to get a bit more to do that. And you're going to go to Matic, so you're probably better off just going into Matic directly and holding it in Matic if you want to do that. And then hopefully Matic will pump. And if Matic pumps, even better for you. But for now, I'm just going to hold SFF. I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to sell. I'm going to hold it for two reasons. One, I'm going to hold it to support the developers, because if you hold it, then it's not about profit as much. Remember, we talked about people before profits. Well, developers are people as well. The game developers are people. The economy, the people that are involved in the game, the people that are involved in the community, they're people as well. So you could take profits, but you're going to hurt the people in the game. So the idea right now is, yes, you want to make money. I get that. But at the same time, you want to protect the economy. If you keep selling and keep selling and keep selling, then this is what's going to happen. And this is what bots and people that are farming are going to be doing right now. They're just going to be exploiting the system and killing it. We don't want to kill a game. We want to give it a chance to grow. So just hold it. Hi, from Spain. What's the ROI of this game? Well, the great thing about that, hi, by the way. Happy New Year. The good thing about it is there's a chart. You can have a look at this. And in fact, if I paste this for you, there you go. I'll put all the links in the chat. You can go and find this out right now. You can go and see what all of this is right now. You can check it all out. Now, I did send them an updated version, but I don't know whether they'll use it or not. I think that there's a couple of things that they can do to improve this, and I sent that across to them. And hopefully they consider it or they look at it. But if not, I mean, it's up to them. But this is the one that I made. I think this just explains it easier, because there's no point having level 2 and onwards when you can't farm it. So this is basically your level 1 farm, your level 2 farm, your level 3, 4, and your level 5 farm. And also I've changed this because on their version, they put upgrade, like no upgrades, 1 upgrade, 2 upgrade. I think that's confusing. I think you can just have level 1, 2, 3 and keep it consistent. So in a level 1 farm, you can farm sunflowers and potatoes. And if you're doing that, you can make between $120 and $150 per week right now. But obviously to do that, you're going to have to sit there every single minute. All right, that's going to take time. And in fact, look, I've already missed out. I need to go back and do this again. So now I can go and oh, I made a mistake there because look, I'm on potatoes. So now I've got to wait for my potatoes. I should have carried on every minute doing the sunflowers. Would have been better to do that. But you get the idea, right? You see how this game works. So then what you need to do is 2 things. Either you grind your time and you keep doing this until you earn 0.1 SFF, and then you upgrade to 8 to your next lot. So you'll need to save to pay your gas fees, and then you can upgrade. Or if you're a bit like me and you don't want to wait, then you just upgrade straight away. You can just click upgrade right now, and you can upgrade to level 2, and then you can upgrade to level 3. So let's come away from this farm, because I'm not actually going to play with this farm. This is not the farm I want to use. Let me come across and use the farm that I'm going to use. So this is the other farm. Let me go into the game and let me close everything else down for now. All right, here we go. So here's my farm, right? Okay. Now, I don't just have one farm. I have multiple farms, because once I got one farm to be profitable enough, I set up a second farm. And then once you get a second farm to be profitable, you can set up. And so I've got a Google Chrome profile. All right, this is my second one. I can load up the game. I have a different MetaMask wallet, okay, loaded into the game. Now, here's the thing. I do not like bots. I think that if you are using a bot to game this system, then you're a toxic person that's not interested in the community, and I have no time for you. I do not like bots being used to exploit people that are trying to make money out of playing the game. However, if you are willing to sit here and grind, then you deserve to get paid. Do you need to invest in this game? Yes, you do. To get started, you need gas fees in Matic. So you need about 1 Matic for gas fees, which is about $2. And you need 0.1 Matic to donate. So to get started in this game, you need about $1. You need about $1. All right, it's the cheapest. And you can probably get started for less than that, but I think $1 to be safe. Because you're going to be paying gas fees a couple of times, and at the moment, gas fees are about... well, let me just have a look. If I was to save this, I'm not going to, but let's just say if I was. If I was to save this, I'm going to be paying gas fees of about 0.01 Matic right now, okay? Let's have a look at that. What is that as well? In fact, let's go for 100. 0.02 Matic. All right, so let me go to CoinMarketCap and type in Matic. I'm gonna work out what the gas fees are roughly at the moment, okay? Let me just open this up. It's really strange. Let me refresh this because it's not... There we go. Let me look at Matic. So what I say, 0.02, right? Oh. It's about 5 cents in transaction fees at the moment. About 5 cents. And it can be a bit less than that. Like at the moment, it's even less than that. It's 0.013, but that might not go through. So how much is needed to invest in this game? Minimum amount. Well, let's just imagine you need 5 cents for fees, right? You need to save the game when you first start. So that's one set of fees. And you'll need to upgrade. Okay, so that's another set of fees. And then you're going to save every 25 minutes. So you're going to save 3 times an hour. All right, so you're going to need about 0.15 cents per hour. You also need 0.1 Matic as a donation to start, which is 25 cents. So it's going to cost you 25 cents. It's going to cost you 25 cents to play the game, plus the first hour. I'm going to say 40 cents at the moment. It's going to cost you about 40 cents. Now, I recommend starting with $1. But the lowest amount to get started in this game is about 40 cents. All right, with that, you can probably generate enough to swap some out for Matic and cover your gas fees. But I would say start with $1. Minimum investment should be $1. Minimum, ideally. But you could probably get started right now for half $1. 50 cents. I mean, it's ridiculously cheap. Ridiculously cheap. Okay, so I'm not going to save that. I was just checking out the gas. That was all. So again, I don't like the idea of bots. However, if you're willing to grind and put in the effort, then I think you can be rewarded for that. That's fine. So if you do want to have multiple accounts at the moment, and they've said it's allowed, I don't know for how long. Maybe they'll stop it. But until they do, you're okay to do this. So you might want to get to a point where you start to build up multiple farms. And that is where we start to get to this point. So let's just log into all of our farms. Okay. So here we have number 1. Then we have number 2. Was this number 3? Yep, there we go. There's farm 3. So I kind of probably want to do it like, I don't know. I don't even know how I want to do this. In fact, I'll tell you how I want to do this. I'm going to do it a different way. Let's close all this down for a minute. Let's go into this folder. All right, because this has got all of my profiles in it. And let's just open all of these profiles. There we go. Did that work? Did that just... No, it didn't, did it? I want to kind of open all of these. Really? Are you going to make me open them all individually? Really? Okay. All right, well, it is what it is. Here we go, look. Let me just open all of these. There's probably a better way to do this for now. But I just kind of want to give you an idea. So here we go, right? So I can open up this one and this one. and this one. This one. This one. This one. It's gonna take some time. How do you tab? Does anyone know the shortcut to tab between browsers? What is that? What is that shortcut to tab between browsers? Does anybody know? No, I've got a new MetaMask for each account. Like I said, it takes time. Like, if you're going to do this, you need to be willing to put in the time and effort. Like, you can start at one farm and it's absolutely fine. You don't need to do this. I just wanted to test the viability of this. I'm going to be handing some of these farms over to the scholars. Like, the whole point of me building these out is that I'm going to start giving these accounts away. That's what I'm working on right now. One of the things that I do need to know, though, is if the farm itself is an NFT. Because if the farm itself is an NFT, then you should be able to move the farm and all the assets, ideally. Is it Alt and Tab? Yeah, but that brings up a thing. Is there not a way that I can just... Yeah, see, Alt and Tab... Yeah, but it's not... I need a better way. That isn't gonna help, really. I need a way that I can... Do you know what I mean? Like, get to these without doing this. I mean, it's a bit better, but... Yeah, I need a way that I can... Yeah, free farms is safe. Yeah. But this is the stuff to consider, right? So now, look, I'm in my farm, so I click Get Started, right? So my farm loads. There we go. I've got 3 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. 3 minutes to go. Now, the way that I kind of do this is I've got 4 screens, as you well know. Your PC would crash if you did that. Possibly. But remember, right? Remember what I've got here and how I'm set up. So let me just swap over to chat cam. So you know what my setup's like. So what I can do here is I can have like a screen there. I can have like a screen there. I can have like a screen there. I can have a screen there. So I can kind of get like 4 screens on here quite easily. And I can do like the same thing here. I can have like one there. I can have one there. Now, I'm not saying you need to do this. And this is why if you've only got one screen, maybe it's going to be better for you to just have one. Do you know what I mean? Like just to do it on one. So, yeah, you might want to like consider how this looks for you. So I've got that. And now I can start like moving these over. Again, I'm just going to stack them at the moment on top of each other into like groups of 4. But you kind of get the idea, right, of what I'm doing. So I don't recommend setting up this many accounts. As I said, the reason I've done this is because I'm going to be giving these accounts away to the community. This is not... I'm not doing this to sit here all day and make money. Like, that's not what I'm doing. I'm doing it to see the viability of it. I'm doing it to see how it is. And then I'm also doing it... let me just swap back cameras, by the way. I'm also doing it... And let me swap back... Cody's like, great, now I've got to buy 4 monitors as well. Well, see, the monitors is one for D-Race, one for Axie, one for this. But yeah, I think that, you don't need to do what I'm doing. Like, that's the purpose. Remember, this is not about exploiting a system. This is about, it's much better to take, like, have you heard about the golden goose analogy? All right, I think it's very valid for this game. You know, if you've got the analogy or the fable of a golden goose is that basically what happened in a quick nutshell of the story is that a farmer had a goose and it laid a golden egg. And they took the golden egg to market and sold it and made some money. And the next day, the golden goose laid another golden egg. They took it to the market and they made some money. On the 3rd day, the golden goose laid a golden egg. And the farmers this time got greedy. And rather than taking it to market, they cut open the golden goose to get all of the eggs out to take them to market at the same time. And what happened is the next day, because there was no golden goose, there were no more golden eggs. And of course, there were no more golden eggs inside either. The moral of this story is that sometimes it's better to take cash flow as king. Take small profits often rather than trying to just ape in and take everything at once. If you take the life out of this company before it has a chance to grow, you could destroy it. Which is why we need to be careful not to exploit the system. So yes, have a few accounts, but don't go crazy. You don't need to go crazy. You're not going to make millions out of this. I mean, I posted yesterday saying about how I'm making $2,000 a day out of this. Yes, that is true at the moment, but it's not going to be like that for very long. After the halving, it's going to be a lot harder to do that. And so this is a game that is going to be profitable, but you're not going to be able to make like $2,000 a day out of this consistently. You could probably make $2,000 a month out of this right now by grinding. But even if you're making $200 a month, that's still a bonus. And that's what I want you to consider is that if you're looking at people in countries like the Philippines, places around the world, this is a really good top up to other things. I love that you've got a name. I love that, in fact, you're called Rug Pull. Taxes are high. Yeah. And you have to consider that, right? Because it's all taxable. Fees are high. There's lots of stuff. Hey, kindly show out. Yeah, of course I will, Ryan. The Flow Academy, I'll give you a shout out, buddy. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Yeah. So this is it, right? So let's have a look and let's carry on with what we're doing here. So what we're going to do at the moment, I'm just going to click on these 4. All right, so we'll start here. So we click on Get Started. All right, and we've got our farm. So now what I can do is, the first thing I need to do is click on this little bold-headed man down here. And this is going to show me the total supply. Total supply right now is 877,000. Now, I do not want to have any crops in the ground when this hits 1 million. I do not want any crops in the ground when this hits 1 million. So, do I feel like it's going to hit 1 million in the next 8 hours? No, I don't. I do not. So, I'm confident that I can now do this. So, look, I'm going to farm. I've now got 13 SFF. And now I can replant these. And because I'm a level 3 farm, I have the ability to buy cauliflowers. Okay? They take 8 hours. Now that I've planted everything, I can save the game. Remember, I have to pay gas fees when I save the game. Confirm the gas fee and let that do its thing. Come across to here. I've got 1 minute. This one's done. It's the same thing. Okay? I'm going to sit here. I'm going to collect these. I'm going to replant them. Okay. And I'm going to save. Save again. This one's just saved. It's done. Come down here and confirm. Done. I've got 1 minute left on these. And this one I did earlier. So there's 4 hours left on this one. So I can leave this one. So look, I've got 4 FF here. And I've got 8 SFF here. Okay. And so I can close them down. They're done. Romy says, mate, loving your comments about the project. You completely understand the idea behind the game. Thank you. Mate, no, you're more than welcome. Look, I'm not new to this space. I'm just new to this game. And the reason that we build our community is because we believe in people before profits. That's not that we don't want to make profits. We do want to make profits, but we have to consider people first. Now, the concept of people before profits is not just the people making the profits. It's everybody. You know, if I'm looking at investors and I'm looking at sponsors and scholars and developers, we're all people. We're all people. So we need to consider each and every one of us. This is why our 3 core values are, number 1, be respectful. And we talked about this over and over and over again. You need to respect yourself and you need to respect others. You need to respect yourself and you need to respect others. Rule number 2, or core value number 2, you need to be positive, especially and even more so when times are hard. When the price crashes, it's easy to FUD a project, but that's not going to help the project. You need to be like, come on guys, it's shit right now. Let's just dig in and farm and let's just get through this. Yeah, the positivity that you have is going to allow you to carry you through the dark times. That's why humor is so effective. Okay, humor is something we used in the military. When we were in the army, we had what was called squaddy humor. And squaddy humor is really about taking a bad situation and laughing about it. And I'll give you a quick example of squaddy humor. A really good friend of mine, his name's Mark Ormrod. He's an incredible guy. He wrote a book called Man Down. I highly recommend, if you like reading and you like the army stuff and you want to look at this, go and look at a book, read a book called Man Down. He was the first UK triple amputee from over in conflict. He stood on an IED. He lost both his legs and he lost an arm. He's an incredible guy. He's done some amazing stuff. One of the first things that he said to me, we had a chat about this, is he said, when I lost my legs and I'm laying there and my legs are blown off and I'm being casevaced, like I'm being evacuated, casualty evacuated from the environment, someone turned around to me and said, I don't know what you're moaning about. You didn't like running anyway. So someone has just lost their legs in an explosion and yet one of their friends has turned around to them and said, I don't know what you're crying about. You didn't like running anyway. That is what is classed as squaddy humor. It's very dark humor that's used to get people through tough times. And I use that as an example because sometimes we go through tough times and sometimes humor can help you. And so that's the second thing, is to stay positive. And the third thing is to have fun, right? We're playing a game. This is fun. We should be enjoying ourselves. Yes, this is like work, but it's fun work. UN, you're living in the UK. So, yeah, so UN stands for Undisputed Noobs. We are the Undisputed Noobs. We're just average people trying to do extra average things. We're not professional gamers. We're just average people that are trying to make a difference in our lives and those around us by applying and adhering to the three core values, which is be respectful, stay positive, and have fun. And yes, I'm based in London in the UK. So let's carry on. Look, we're ready to go. Let's farm. We're getting our cauliflowers on the go. And do you know what the irony is? I don't like cauliflowers. Cauliflowers are not for me. I don't like cauliflowers. I'd much rather these were like radishes, but you know, they're higher up the game plan. So anyway, here we go. So this is now saved. So again, I can now close this one down. 8 hours to go. All right, now I've got my new farms to log into. And here we go. These are ready to go. So look, tap, 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 tap. Now again, I'm not expecting you to do this. Remember, I'm going to be giving these accounts away. These accounts are going to be given. I'm just starting them up. These accounts are going to be given to scholars so they can generate an income for themselves. The irony is that this game has the ability to not only digitally feed you, but actually physically feed you. This is going to put food on the table for people. This is going to physically feed people in 2021. All right, so what I'm doing here is building up these farms, paying the gas fees, getting them started, and then I'm going to hand them over. Don't have 0.3 Matic to donate, you can do 0.1 Matic. If you don't have 0.3, you can do 0.1. So if you want to get involved in this and start now, and you've got the funds, then start now. Because once the halving happens, you're going to get less rewards. So you want to get as much in now as you can before that halving. Did I say 2021? 2022. I know what I mean. So look, this one, let's do another save here. Continue. Boom. See what we're doing? You see how we're doing this? That's it. That's all we're doing. So you can do this on one screen. How do you get access? How do you get it across to scholars? Well, we're going to have to look into this. I don't know at the moment. I'm going to have to speak to the devs and find out. This is why I'm hoping the farms are an NFT. But in a worst case scenario, I'll just give them the MetaMask account. Like in the worst case scenario, I'll just give them the MetaMask account and then they can use it and do what they want with it. I mean, we'll see. But all of the assets in the game are NFTs. So the SFF can be transferred across. And hopefully the farms can as well. I don't know. I'm hoping the farm itself. If the farm itself is an NFT, I think that's needed. I think the farm itself needs to be an NFT. I don't know if it is right now. I think it's just linked to the address. But I should be able to pick up this farm, move it to another address, and then carry on playing. Because if someone gets their address compromised or something, they're going to need to do something with that. So, I don't know. Let me ask, actually. I'm going to ask. It'd be really good to know that. This Romy seems like a really good guy. He might not be online at the moment, but I love the fact that they've all got farming profiles as well. It's hilarious. I like it. They seem like a really good team. I like them. I like what they're doing. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah. Okay, so yeah, loads of stuff to consider. Now at the moment the blockchain's busy because again, we've got this challenge and we need to be aware of this challenge, right? This challenge at the moment is a battle with these gas fees. So look, at the moment it's pumping up again. 56% of the network on this game. How much Matic per account you reckon we start with? That's a really, really good question, Cody. So the best way to work this out is that in order to get up to level 3, this is what you need to do. You need to upgrade, okay, the first, which is 0. I've got this written down, actually. I wrote this down last night. So it's going to cost you 0.1 Matic to join the game, okay? It's then going to cost you, because you're going to need to upgrade. So it's going to cost you in SFF now. That's what it's going to cost you in Matic. Then you need SFF. Your first upgrade is 0.1 SFF. Okay? You've then got to, or was it more or less than that? I can't even remember now. I need to check. I need to check what the upgrade prices are. I don't actually know. I can't remember. Let me check. Let me see. It doesn't tell you, does it? I need to I need to look into this. I don't know how much it's going to cost. One of the things they're missing on this, which will be good for them to see, is base upgrades. So I think they need to have a section here on base upgrades. I don't think they've done it yet. So also, I don't think the farm itself is an NFT. I hope they change that. I really hope they change that. We'll see. But anyway, I think the cost at the moment, it costs 5.1 SFF right now. Right now, it costs 5.1 SFF in order. 5.1 to get... Oh, there we go. Thank you. So 0.1 for level 1, 5 for level 2, and 50 for level... No. 50 is level 4. 50 is level 4. I know that much. 50 is definitely level 4. I'm going to leave those pending for a minute. So I'm going to minimize these because these are kind of just doing their thing. So I'm just going to let them go. And then we're going to come back into here and do these. I think it's 0.1. And then I think it's 1 and then it's 5. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, you need to get to level 3. All right. So, oh, actually, no, it's 2 upgrades because you start on level 1. Sorry, you start on level 1. So level 2 is 0.1 and level 3 is 5. So it's 0.1 plus 5. So it's 5.1. Sorry, you start at level 1. I was like, for some reason, putting another level in my head that we didn't need. So yeah, let me just do these. So this is me farming now. And then what I'm doing is after I do this and I click save, I then need to set an 8-hour timer to be able to come back in, right? And the good thing about the blockchain is as long as it goes through, and hopefully it will, then we can just leave these. Now you're not going to have as many farms as this, obviously, so it's not going to matter for you. All good. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Again, I'm not going to be doing this every 8 hours. This is not for me. But if you want to do this to earn money, then you're more than welcome to. No, this is not Dota 2. Dota 2 is a completely different game, which I love playing, but we're not playing today. If it says Dota 2 on the stream, I am so sorry. The social media networks haven't updated. It should be just chatting. Because I can't tag this game because this game doesn't exist anywhere else at the moment. So now this is done, I can close these down. All right, close these down, and I'm just saving this SFF at the moment in these accounts. That's all I'm doing right now. And then we're on to the next 4. So here we go. Get started on all of these. What's the best way to swap your Matic to SFF if you want to go directly to level 3? All right, so I'll talk about this. Let me just do these farms quickly. And then we'll talk about that. And we'll talk about getting started. And I did a video. There's actually a video guide. And I actually talked through the entire process. And it's in Discord. Under the channel. In our Discord. You can go in there. And there's Sunflower Farmers. And it's in there. And if you go in there, you can watch the video. And I actually went through the entire process. From start to finish. So you can see it. I only did 1 farm though. But you can see that. Alright. Here we go. Let me type the Discord link in for you, and that's really good. I need to set those keys up. We're going to do that this year. Let me type it in for you. My Twitch game is not that strong, but it's discord.gg/undisputed noobs. If you want to join that Discord, you're more than welcome to. Once you've accepted the rules, accept that you're interested in NFT games, then you'll see in the drop down, there'll be an NFT game channel. There's already in fact, let me just show it to you. It's just easier. So, so you come into the channel. First thing you need to do is you need to go to the, to here, to, I don't want that channel. I want that. Start here. So you'll come to start here. Before you enter, you need to read this. You'll need to sign off on this. You'll need to read the rules. You'll need to check the rules. Then you'll come into the server. If you go to assign roles as well, you'll need to choose what roles you want. The role that you will need is somewhere here. NFT game role. This is the one that you need. You need to click this. When you click this, it will open up the channel for you so that you can see NFT games. And here we go, Sunflower Farm. This is everything that you need. And if you come into here, there is a video at the very top, which I posted. Let me just get back up to it. Oh my God, so much has been posted in this channel. Let me just see if I can get up to the top of this channel. Holy rubbish, so much has been posted in this channel. All right, here we go. So let me just pin this because it's going to make life easier. So there's a pin. All right, so that's the guide that I did. And then also I'll pin this as well. There we go. All right, there we go. That's everything that you need right now. Cool. There's also a really cool calculator that someone's created that I saw. And this allows you to see, like, if the supply is less than 1 million and you're using cauliflowers and you've got, like, let's say we've got 11 plantations, how much are we likely to make daily profit? So you're going to make $13 profit at the moment on one farm if you're just doing cauliflowers. So you imagine you're doing that over 20 farms, etc., etc. Yeah. Finally joined the community. Nice, mate. Nice. So yeah, that's on there. So, oh, let me just have a look. It looks like Romy. Okay, no, the farms are not NFTs. To move addresses, you would need to move all your resources to the new address. For example, you need to transfer all your SFF, SLW, which is wood, SLG, which is gold, and the NFTs. Okay. For yeah, so the farms themselves aren't. So the farms are tied to the wallet. So I was hoping that we would have been able to do that. I don't know how we're going to do it. We'll figure it out. I might just need to like transfer all the resources over. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that's something that we'll look into. All right. I don't know how that's going to work. Did this save? Did I save? Let me just hold on. Is it pending fees? No, that looks like it's done right. So because the fees were pending, if I refresh this now, it should be on an 8-hour timer. No, it's not. Look, it didn't save. I didn't save this. So I need to see what I mean. If I refresh this, but I don't save it, if it doesn't successfully save, then you end up losing your progress. So you need to make sure it saves. Let's save this one. I think I got carried away and distracted there. So, yeah, we'll do that and that. And then let's save this one as well. You'll know when it's saved because you won't have a timer on it anymore. There'll be no timer. All right, so I think that's all of them. I think that's all of the farms done. So let's just come back to the start where we was. All right. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Let me answer the questions. What's the best way to swap your Matic to SFF? Okay, so they tell you everything in the... if you click on the Learn More, it's going to take you to the docs. Everything that you need is here. Like how to get started, how to set up, everything you need to do. So setting up MetaMask, getting Polygon set up, getting your Matic, getting your SFF, and then they do actually tell you... I'm sure they do. Is it in Tokenomics? Hold on, no. How to play. I'm sure they did this. I'm sure I've seen it. Maybe I haven't. I thought I'd seen it. I thought they actually showed, there was a thing that showed you how to do it. Maybe I was wrong. So it will be somewhere. There'll be somewhere where it will tell you. But what I would do is if you're inside the game, then you can click on Buy More, which is in the top right here. Let me just make this a bit bigger so we can see it. Okay. Oh, well, look, I didn't claim these. Or if I did, it didn't save. You need to make sure it saves, especially with Matic being the way it is at the moment. You might need to up your gas fees. But please make sure it saves. But you can click on Buy More. So hopefully that's going to save to the blockchain. We'll see. I'm just going to refresh it for now anyway because I've got that transaction in, so I'm okay with that. Waiting for that. There we go. It looks like that's just approved. So now if I refresh... No, look, hold on. Let me refresh again. Hold on. It does look like that contract was approved. It does look like it went through. I might just need to give it a second. There we go. So give it a few seconds. It will update. So now it's saved. If I click up here on buy more, it will take me across to Quick Swap Exchange. So on here, I can take my Matic and I can say, like, I want to swap one Matic for SFF, right? So let's go back through this. You need 5.1 SFF to get to level 3. You then need a further 4.4 SFF to be able to plant all of the cauliflowers that you need. Okay, so you need in total 9.5 SFF to get started. All right? So, what's that going to cost? 9.5. It's going to cost 3.7 Matic. Plus, you're going to want some gas fees as well. So, you're probably going to want about 4 Matic to start, at least. I would say probably 5 to be safe. 5 Matic in the account to be safe. All right, and what is 5 Matic? 5 Matic right now is going to set you back in the region of, all right, get ready for this, $12.50. All right, you could probably get away with 4, but let's just say 5 really, yeah. 5, I would say 5. So I would say 5 Matic is the minimum it's going to cost you. I actually put 6 Matic into each account. So each account that I set up, I put 6 Matic in, which at the time of doing it was about $20. It's now $15. But there you go. Oh, no, actually, no, it was. I did 10 Matic before, I think. Yeah. So 6 Matic is all you need right now. Okay, so with 6 Matic, that will allow you... You don't change all 6. You don't change all 6. You only change like 3 point... You only need to change like 3.6. If you want to do like 4, I actually did 10.5. That's what I did, 10.5. The reason that I did 10.5 is because I wanted to start crafting. And so I crafted an axe at the start. See, now I have some money, I can start crafting. Now I've got wood. Right? Now, if I want more wood, I need to craft more. So it's going to cost me 1 SFF to be able to craft. Now, the items are not going to change. The value of the items won't go up or down with the halving event. So it doesn't matter. So I can craft these now and use this. Now, I've got... I need 5 stone to be able to upgrade. All right? I don't have enough stone at the moment. I don't have enough wood. So what I need to do right now is I'm actually gonna craft 4 of these, which is gonna cost me 4 SFF. All right. So if I craft 4 of these, I'm gonna have to pay the gas fee. All right, and you only pay the gas fee once, so this is gonna cost me not a lot. So again, it's nice to be able to do that. Okay. Where can I see the halving for the other crops? It seems like I can only see the sunflower section. If you're in here and you go to the tokenomics, it will show you in the tokenomics. It's all here. Or if you click on plant guide, it will show you here as well. So you can see. The halving only shows you this, but they're all affected. So you just got to imagine if this was 0.4, it will be 0.2. If this was 0.8, it will be everything. Oh no, so it's 1/5. So what you have to do is look at where is it? It does talk about the halving. I don't remember where it is. Let me go back into the game. Let me have a look. I think it was on the plant guide, wasn't it? Is it tokenomics maybe? There was a thing about halving. Here we go. So this tells you about it here, the halving. But the upgrades are going to go down as well. So look, If this is all old, it needs to be updated, I know. So this is saying that if it was 0.002, the next one will be 0.001. Okay, so you just need to take everything, and you look at the tokenomics above. So we're going to go from where we currently are here. It's going to be a fifth. It's going to be 1/5. So everything, so rewards and costs are going to, it's going to be 20%. 20% of what it currently is. 20% of the cost, but 20% of the reward. So we're going to lose a fifth. So yes, that's good in terms of spending, but also in terms of reward, which means that the time it takes you to plant stuff, the reward you're going to get is 5 times less, which is why I want you to get in before. If you click on this little bold man here, look, 8, we're nearly there. We're not far off. We're not far off. I'll be honest with you, I might not even do another 8 hour after this. In 8 hours time, I'm going to be really conscious about this. Because I'm going to lose so much if I get caught out. You must make sure. It tells you here. You need to read this. No, it shouldn't be one matic. It should not be one matic. The price of gas fees at the moment, you're always welcome to go and view it. You can go to polyscan.com/gas tracker. I'm going to post that link. It should cost you at the moment about 66 GWEI or GWEI. Yeah. It shouldn't be that much. This is something in the region of like 10 to 20 cents. Not too much. So if it's saying it's going to be a lot higher, refresh the screen, redo your progress, and then yeah, try again. But sometimes it does. Remember, this is like an alpha game, right? This is a very, very early game. There's going to be some bugs. There's going to be some challenges. Networks getting slammed over at, it's not that bad at the moment, actually. It's calmed down a lot. But yeah, you need to understand this is going to ramp up, and people are going to try and exploit it. They will. Just don't be one of those people. Look, when the total supply reaches 1 million, crop and upgrade prices will be divided by 1/5. Be prepared. Read more. All right, what could go wrong? You plant a beetroot for 0.2, supply increases, you harvest the same beetroot for 0.1. Now, again, this needs to be up. This is old information. It should really, ideally, be updated for the new halving. But this was done, you know, for the price for the previous one. We're going up to 1 million now, so this needs to be updated. So maybe the team can update the website. Hopefully, they'll be able to update the website today. But yeah, just some cool stuff. Like, this is a really cool game. And it's simple and it's easy. And you've seen how it works. And that's it. So what I'm doing at the moment is all of the secondary farms that I'm growing right now, I'm just earning SFF from. I'm not doing anything else. And then everything will be transferred to my main farm, my one main farm. And that is where I will be upgrading these and crafting these. I'd like the idea of being able to hand the farms over to people, but I need to work out how that happens. But I'm going to be doing loans for people. So people that want to start a game that can't afford it, we'll be doing loans to help them out. But you might want to wait until payday when you get your SLP from Axie. You know, there's things to consider. But that's it at the moment. That's all you need to know to get started. So if you were to get started, let's have a look. Let's go back and just recap one final time. It's going to cost you somewhere in the region of about $10 to $15 to get started. And right now, as of today, if you have this farm and you're able to do this, you're going to earn $1.40 an hour. All right. You're going to make your ROI on what it costs to get set up in 9 hours. 9 hours. So after the first harvest, you're going to break even. Second harvest, you'll be in profit. You're going to make $33 per day playing this game right now. All right. Now, bearing in mind, that's going to go down. That's going to go down. So right now, you're able to earn $230 a week. Yeah. So let's just do this. So 230 divided by 5. Right. It's going to go down to $46 a week. Right. When this does its halving, you're going to go from $230 a week to about, let me just give you this context again, to about $46 a week. That's still $200 a month in the Philippines. That's still a wage. You can still live on that. That's one farm. That's one farm. Yeah, there might be problems. If there's problems, no, you don't need to leave your laptop open. As long as you've saved it, you can let it go. Best thing to do is pop into their Discord. I'm going to pop the Discord into the chat. This is their... Right, this is their Discord. All right? There you go. This is their Discord. This is for the sunflower farmers. Pop in there. This is what you can do. Pop in there. Click on that link, join their Discord, go into the farmer chat and say, hi, I'm an Undisputed Noob, or here from Undisputed Noobs, and then just say hello. And they should give you a nice welcome. And they should be like, hey guys, because you're kind of a new community joining their community, so we're going to combine the two communities. So it's still profit, exactly. It's still profit. And don't be greedy. You don't need to go out and buy Lambos and new laptops. Right now, if it puts food on the table, this is what it's all about. We're digitally farming to put physical food on the table. Like, it just blows your mind, right? It's mental. Absolutely mental. But the fact that you can earn this money right now, this is right now. So you want to be doing as much as you can right now. Because once we get this halving, it's not going to be as productive. You're not going to get the same value for your time. But look, you would still, if you had one farm, you're still going to make 50 a week. Right? So let's imagine you had 4 farms. That's still 200 a week. Right? That's still $800 a month. So playing this game right now with 4 farms, you can still earn 40,000 pesos a month. 40,000 pesos a month right now by playing this game. But in order to get that to be effective, you have to make sure every 8 hours you do this. Do you see why I wanted you to get involved in this, guys and girls? Do you understand, community, the reason why I wanted to share this with you? You've got Axie, the Axie scholarships. Keep doing it. You've got Gods Unchained if you want to play that. You know, we've got Genopets, which we're going to be starting. So you're going to be able to play this on your phone next year. So as you're walking and getting your steps in, you can play Axie. You know, once you've used all your energy, you can pop over here every now and again and just click in your farm. You've got like 3 different games now, earning you 3 different revenue sources. And then if you go and stake that in yield farming on things like Donkey and Form and Cake and AXS staking, and you do all of this staking, you're going to be earning additional income. You can actually set yourselves up for life. I can't stress this enough. You, right now, have the ability to change your lives if you want to. You just have to be willing to do this. So, look, we've got our 4 axes now, so I can click and chop. So, I'm going to use all 4 axes. Regrows every hour. So look, I'm doing 4 trees. So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 at a time. I can't do any more than 10 at a time. But this would allow me to farm 10 trees an hour, which gives me the wood. And then I can sell the wood. If I want to, I can sell the wood. For people that can't be bothered to do this, I can sell it. Look, there are people that will play this game that can't be bothered to farm. What does chopping the wood do? Well, chopping the trees gives you wood. And you use wood to get a pickaxe. And the wood that you get from the pickaxe allows you to make stone. And look, you can see the stone. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's going to be 10. There's 10 stone. All right, so you can do up to 10 at a time. So then you get stone. Then you can take your stone and your wood and your SFF and you can make a stone pickaxe to get iron. And with your iron, you can use your iron pickaxe to get gold. And then you've got a gold mine, that is your iron mine. Here we go. Here is your, so look, that is a stone. What's this one? Mine's 1 to 2 gold, regrows every hour. I don't know how many of these there are. It looks like there's only 2 of them. And it looks like there's 3 of, so it looks like there's 3 iron and it looks like there's 2 gold. Right, so I don't know if that went through or not. I'm still waiting for the contract. It looks like it went through. Do I have my wood? Not yet. So let me just refresh this game. Just check. Might take a little bit of time. There we go. Look, 16 wood. See, so now I've got my wood. So now I can take my wood once I get my SFF. When I get my SFF, hey, I'll check Discord right now, buddy. Oh, wow. Romy is still watching, by the way. Now, Romy is, I believe you're one of the devs, right? You're one of the people that have made this game, if I get this correctly. Let me just have a quick check. I know I think Romy, and I hope I pronounce that right, by the way, but if it Romy or Romy? But I believe Romy's one of the devs. Oh, he is. Yes, he's still watching, by the way. So thank you for watching. I do appreciate you. Let's pop back over to the tokenomics and in fact, no, let's go to the website. Because if I look on the website, you can scroll down. Remember, guys, if you scroll down, you can see the guys here. Here we go. Look, he's a front-end engineer. Romy is there. Now, I love their Discord pictures because they look like proper farmers. It's not their real pictures on Discord, by the way. Look at proper farmers. But this guy, right, Romy, here. How amazing is this? He's just sent me a message and said he's going to give me some of his own SFF to give away to our followers. So what I will do is I will have a chat with Romy after the stream, all right? And we'll do this again. We're going to come back. We will stream the halving. So when the halving happens, we will stream and we will look at what that means and what it does. And we'll start to do some content around this. We'll keep doing our Axie content. We'll keep playing Dota because we love Dota. So we'll play Axie, we'll play Dota, we'll still play D-Race, and we'll start to include this into the schedule when we stream so that you guys can see and other games like this as well. But Romy, can I just say thank you so much? I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I'm really grateful. Okay, right. Let me just sort out this disc. I've just got to sort out the YouTube comments. So, one sec. One sec, guys. I do not have a... There we go. Perfect. Done. Sweet. So, yeah. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Let me just say thank you so much. I really appreciate you, Romy, for offering to do that. Thank you. Let me just get rid of these comments. One sec. There we go. Done. Sorry, I just wanted to clean up the chat there. So I really appreciate that, Romy. Thank you ever so much. The fact that you've agreed to give away some of your own SFF to some of the followers. So what we'll do, as I mentioned, guys, is we'll build up these farms. I don't obviously think we can transfer the farms at the moment. That was maybe an oversight on my part because I did assume that the farms were NFTs. I think they're just tied to the wallets. I don't even know if it's possible for the devs to turn that into an NFT or if they even want to. I don't know. But the fact that this is so new, there's a lot of stuff that can happen here moving forward. So I'm excited and we'll figure it out. Even if we need to liquidate the accounts and just move the SFF across, we'll set people up. So next week, we'll start doing loans. After the halving, we'll start doing loans for people that want to get started. All right? We just need to look at what it looks like and what it is because they've had a massive growth spike. What we really want them to do right now, and I know this is like counterintuitive, we don't want a massive growth spike. We want some consistency. We want some nice, solid, consistent growth. Yeah, see, and Romy's just saying that the reason he said his own SFF is because, as you mentioned, there was no pre-minting. The devs have had to farm just to get their own SFF as well. So even the devs, even the people that own this game and built this game, the only way they profit from this game is doing exactly what you're doing. So exactly what we're doing. They do the same thing. They love the game. They built a game they enjoy playing. And they just hope that other people enjoy it as well. But that means that we need to make sure that the whales and the traders and the bots, they're removed from the system so that they don't destroy the economy. And that's something that will happen. It happens in every project. It's one of those things. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Let me know. Let me know in the chat what you think. This is exciting, right? This is a new type of game. And it's like Crypto Farmville. It's like Crypto Farmville. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the community. I love the game. It's nice to play. Obviously, it does get quite boring when you're doing this because there's not much you can do. So as they start to bring in new features and they start to explain the game, then when your crops are growing, you'll be able to do cooking and grafting and minting. So there'll be a lot of stuff that you'll be able to do in the future to make the game more exciting. At the moment, there's not a massive amount you can do except just acquire. Right, your goal right now should be to acquire as much SFF as possible and just hold it. That's it. If you need a little bit of money to live, great, take it out and just hold the rest. Just hold it. Wait for the value to go up, wait for a few more halvings, and then possibly look to cash out. But you want to be able to do as much as you can. Get as many of those high quality NFTs as you can. Compound, reinvest, help the economy to grow. Because if you help the game to grow, then the game will help you to live. Right? You can't just turn up to a new game and say, great, I'm just going to take all the money out of this project. I'm just going to set up 50 farms and I'm going to take profit I'm just going to dump all the money out. I'm going to take all the liquidity out. I'm going to sell off and I don't give a shit about anyone else. If you come to the project with that attitude, the project won't last. It needs people like you to be able to say, do you know what? People will do that, but two wrongs don't make a right. And just because they're doing it doesn't mean I need to do it. I'm not that type of person. Instead, I see the growth of this community in the nurturing and the looking after the platform. And so I'll take a little bit to live on because I need to, but I won't be greedy. I'm not going to kill my golden goose. I'm just going to take a golden egg every day, and that is going to allow me to live. And I'm going to reinvest everything else into the platform so that it can grow with the intention that in the future, it will look after me. Okay? That's where you need to be. It's like a baby. You're nurturing a baby, like having a pet. Okay? You need to look after it. Until that baby grows up and can look after itself, it needs your love, your care, your attention. And that is no different to what this farm is. It needs you to look after it. The community needs you to look after it in order for it to grow to the point where it's strong enough that it can look after you. All right? And that could be 6 to 12 months away. It could be longer. You have to have that mindset of the future. All right? Do what you need to do now to live and then save the rest for your future. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's also good while I'm waiting for my Legends of Venari. Yes, absolutely. See, all of these different games, it's fantastic. I don't have with me, I might have actually. Let me just find it. Here we go. In case you missed this yesterday. In case you missed it yesterday, let's chuck it on. Hold on. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's swap the cam. Boom. Swap the cam. Let's show you this off. Ready? Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, check this out. It is the official Undisputed Noobs esports top. So I've got the shorts, I've got the t-shirt, I've got the jacket. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Check this out. Ready? What do you think? And look. Look, hold on, look. Oh, it's not here. One sec, hold on. Hold on, let me go and get it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Check this out. Let me show you this. Bum, bum, bum. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. Look at that. In fact, let me try it on for you. One sec. Do a little strip show here for you. Hold on, guys. Let me just put this on for you. Oh, here we go. Check this out. Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, check this out. What do you think? How cool is this? Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Are you ready for this? The esports team for Undisputed Noobs is going to be amazing. And look, ready? Check this out. Look. Check that out. Ladies and gentlemen. How cool is that, right? Looks so good. Looks so good. Oh, Cody's like, send mine. We will. We've got to do some changes to it. We've changed our logo. In case you haven't noticed, it's very subtle. You might not have realised it, but we actually changed our logo. So our logo now, it was Undisputed Noob. It's now Undisputed Noobs. We've changed it because we want to be more community focused. All good though, right? Nice. Like the swag. It's all good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We're done. That's it for today. I'm going to leave you to enjoy your hangovers in peace. Have an incredible new year. Whatever it is you're up to. Remember, this is the first day of the rest of your lives. Make it a good one. Whatever it is you choose to do, enjoy yourselves. Be safe. Farm well, my friends. Enjoy the games. And I will see you on the next